Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are welcome to today's discuss, our series of duty of a bailiff or sheriff of court. As a continuation of our discussion, we'll be looking at this topic: duty to execute movable properties and auction sales. Duty to execute movable property and auction sale. First of all, what is movable property? Movable properties are those properties that can move from one point to another, such as cars, electronics, house furnitures. These are movable properties. Those items that you can take from one point to another, those items you can easily move. These are movable properties. As a bailiff, when a court make decisions, give judgments, it is due to the bailiff to go and level that to execution. In the event, for instance, money is involved, 10 million, 20 million, 50 million, as the case may be, and the bailiff arrived to the premises or to the house of the judgment debtor, and the judgment debtor failed to pay the sum, judgment sum, as stated in the judgment order, the bailiff will attach the properties of the judgment debtors. Inventories will be taken, and the properties, which is the movable properties, will be taken to the court warehouse. Now, mind you, the law is that when that property is being taken to the warehouse, it is expected of the judgment debtor, because there is a window. The judgment debtor have to make a way to pay the judgment sum. If he failed to pay from the day the execution was levied, 5 days or thereabout, he failed to pay, the bailiff will issue auction notice to sell those movable properties in satisfaction of the judgment sum. If the judgment debtor fails to do that, auction will be taken. The bailiff will auction those movable properties, and the money will be given to the judgment creditor. So it is not the way people see it, that you leave execution and they take it to court. I was surprised when somebody was telling me that when they carry a property to court, that you not carry it again. No, my brother. When they carry a execution and take it to court, it is not true. When they take it to court, you will come and do what? Pay the money. If you fail to pay the money between the period stipulated, that is when they will sell it. If you also come and tell the court, you can also come and discuss with the court. See the amount I'm holding. Please let me pay this partly, and pardon me and hold on from now to so time. The court will look at it and also grant it. They are humans. They said, okay, come and pay between that period. If you fail to pay that property, which is a movable property, my beloved brother, my beloved sister, that is when the court will now sell. The only thing the bailiff will do, or the officer of the court, is to call the judgment creditor. Please, so ordinarily we are supposed to auction here this property so time, but for the mere fact that the judgment debtor have deemed it necessary to pay part of the money and promising to pay the remaining balance on or before so time, the court or the judgment debtor, judgment creditor, have no right whatsoever to compel the bailiff to measure to sell it. They will only just inform him and tell him to hold on. And court will hold on. For the fact that you have shown commitment, for the fact that you have shown remorse to pay on or before so time. So when they carry your property to court, don't think that court will not carry it again. Not true. If you are thinking that way, possibly you know that you will not pay. That is why you have already forfeited your properties and you have asked the court to go ahead and do whatever they like or choose to do. But ordinarily, you are expected to come and pay and carry your property. That is for movable property. So, my dear brother, my dear sisters, when they come and levy execution, know that that's what we call auction sale of those properties. Last time I talked about enforcement or judgment. Today I'm talking about movable and auction sale of the property. So my beloved brother, deem it necessary to comply by the rule of the court. Next time I'll be talking about duty to execute immovable properties and auction sale. That's what we call movable and immovable. Today, it is movable. Next time, I will tell you what immovable is all about and how court auction immovable. This is my word for you. Advice no be cause so. Take the message and leave the messenger alone. I'm only doing this to enlighten the public and to make the people see the need to see that courts or bailiff are doing what is enshrined by the law. They are not doing it on their own. It is what is prescribed by courts. Thank you and God bless you. Cheers.